Hello everyone, how you all doing? My name is Mumbo Jumbo and we are back on the HermitCraft server. It is episode 44 and it is 1:45 on January the 1st, which means this is the first video that I have recorded in 2014. Woo! Doesn't that feel good? That does feel good. I've been recording videos spanning 3 years now. That's impressive, that. I know I brought this up at the beginning of the last episode, and you may be wondering, why are you recording this episode so early in the week? It's going out on Sunday. Why have you started recording now? Well, that is because, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get a lot done in today's episode. I feel like I've been slacking recently, and I just feel like, you know what? I need to start getting more done in episodes. I've sort of gone into a bit of a dip. So, yeah, that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing a lot more in episodes, but I thought I would start off this video by showing you around quickly the Nether Hub. I don't know if anything has happened since I last showcased it, but I gotta say, it is looking better and better. And I recently found out the plans for the actual Nether Hubs. Basically, there's going to be one Nether Hub here. That's the portal to the Spawnerton Hermit Town, and then there's going to be one Nether Hub over at the other town, the new 1.7 town, and they're both going to be train stations. So the idea is it looks like you can get a train between either one, which I really like the idea of that. I think that is incredibly cool, and I didn't actually know about those plans until a couple of days ago, and that just makes it so much better. So I am super excited to see where this all goes. But anyway, to start off this video, we are going to be heading over to the Wither farm because I want to get myself some Wither skulls. I've never fought a Wither boss in my life, but I want to get myself some beacons. I want to get on that beacon train because everyone on the server nowadays has beacons. There are beacons everywhere, and I just want to be joining that party, don't I? You'll never guess what I've gone and done. I've got all the way over to the Wither farm, the magnificent place that it is, but I've forgotten a very essential element, and that is a looting sword. I don't have a looting sword, which means that the drop rates of Wither skulls is going to be far lower, and I just don't want to be doing that. I want to be getting as many Wither skulls as possible, and it's just such a shame that I've forgotten that, because now I'm going to have to go all the way back to my base, pick one up, and then come all the way back here again. Oh, that is not what I needed. That is arguably one of the most tempting enchantments in the history of mankind. But we're not going to be doing that one because fire aspect and looting cancel out, and it would be sort of pointless to have a sword like that. Instead, we are going to be going for this little number, the old sharpness 4 looting 3, and that will do the job. But unfortunately, I need 2 more levels to do this enchantment, so we are going to head over to the Enderman farm and do that enchantment. But also, I thought I would bring a bunch of iron swords along, and I'll do a handful of enchanting on those, and then I'll leave them over at the Wither farm, and if any of them have looting, then a hermit comes along, makes my honest mistake. They don't have to go all the way back and grab their looting sword. They can instead borrow one of the looting swords from up there. I think that sounds like a good idea. I think I might be broken. I think I might be a broken human. I've only gone to the Wither farm with my normal sword and my looting little book to do some enchanting, which isn't gonna happen, is it? It's not gonna happen. What an idiot. What an absolute idiot. So I finally made it to the Enderman farm after that wee little detour that I decided to take, you know, seeing all the sights, the seeings and all of that. And I have got myself, obviously I got myself my sharpness 4 and looting 3 sword. But also, I decided to enchant those 9 iron swords so that I could take them to the Wither farm, and a grand total of 2 of them. Only 2 are looting. One of them is looting 3, and one of them is looting 2. But I'll quickly show you. Whoa, that's a strange little bug we've got going on here. But I'll take you through all of the swords that I got. So I got this alright one. It's like okay, and then we got another Bane of Arthropods one. We got a decent-ish one there because zombies are pretty overpowered these days. And then there is an absolute beast of a sword, and that's one of the looting 3 swords, so that'll be going in the chest at the Wither farm. And then there's another okay sword, and then there's another decent one. It's only looting 2 though, but that will be going over at the Wither farm. And then we got this one and that one. So all in all, we actually got some fairly decent enchantments, but really we wanted looting, so that is what we are going to be taking over to the Wither farm, which is where I am going to be going for the 3rd time in this episode. 3 times. There we have it. I have placed down the chest and it says renter loot above it, so it's quite clear what it is. I was going to put the chest in the middle of the room, but then I thought that would sort of spoil the nice open space that we have going here, and I don't want to be doing anything like that because this is a really nice room. So I put it a little bit out of the way, but you can still see it. And yes, this is where you can pick up your looting swords if you come over here and do a bit of an idiot move like myself and come here without a looting sword. So any hermits that are on their way over here and you think you've forgotten your sword, don't fret because there are a couple over here. Just make sure that you put them back, because if you don't, then we could be reliving this situation in another few weeks' time. Now I have only been here for 5 or 10 minutes and already I have managed to get myself 3 wither skulls, which means that is enough to get us a wither boss. But here's the deal. Here is the deal. I want to have 8 beacons. Yes, you heard me correctly. 8 beacons. And that involves... Oh, we got a skull. Did you see that? You saw that on camera. We got ourselves another skull. So there we go. We've got 4 wither skulls now. But I need 8 beacons. And that is a lot of skulls, as I'm sure you're aware. So we're going to have to do a lot of farming here. So what I'm going to do is I am going... Another one! Oh my god, I'm going to keep recording because it seems to just be a good luck charm. But anyway, I want to have them around my base. I want to have them on each one of those wooden pillars. I think that will look really cool. So I'm going to just AFK here for about an hour, and then I'm going to kill all of these skeletons. Man, this is going so well. I've just had a bit of an epiphany. I don't think we're going to be having 8 beacons because I completely forgot that you need that big base structure, and obviously that isn't going to look good on my big circular platform. Oh, that's a really big shame. I was really looking forward to having all those beacons coming up. I suppose I could do them underground, then cut a hole. Yes, it's still on. That's what we're still going to be doing. Hadn't thought of doing that. That is smart, intelligent. And I'm going to keep recording and see if I get a wither skull from any of these guys. No, there's coal everywhere. It's flowing out everywhere. Did we get one then? I think we might have got one then. Did we get one then? Let's take a look. Nope. Oh well. In the end, I managed to get myself 7 wither skeleton skulls, and I think that's pretty good. I only AFK'd here for a little while, so that is easily enough to make 6 wither bosses, which I am happy with. But now, Jasassin and Ijevin, who is one of the new members on the server, have popped on over here, and I don't want to rain on their parade. I've been over here for about an hour now, and I don't want to be hogging the wither skeleton farm. So yes, we are going to be doing 2 wither bosses in today's episode. I don't know if I'm going to record it because I'm sure most of you have seen a wither skeleton skull boss fight, whatever, and I don't know if any of you want to watch it. However, I might record it and put an unlisted video in the description. I had myself 30 levels from doing all of that wither skeleton killing and blaze killing, whatever I was doing, and I did an enchantment and I managed to get myself a power 4 punch 1 unbreaking 3 bow, which isn't too bad, you know. I don't really know what other enchantments affect a wither boss. So now I guess we need to go off into the distance, find a nice secluded area in which we can let this guy loose, because what we definitely don't want to do, we do not want to let it loose anywhere that could cause potential problems. And I'm considering it like doing it underground in my base, but then if he manages to find his way up into my base, oh, that'll be all kinds of nightmares. I don't want that happening. So I don't know where I'm going to place him, but hopefully it isn't anywhere near any form of infrastructure, because if it is, then bad things could happen and I'll be the only one responsible. Here comes my official wither boss fight plan, okay? So I am going to get myself a bunch of iron golems, and I just sort of want to see how much damage they can do. Obviously, I'm going to be doing my bit, and before I start, remind me that I need to bring arrows along, because that would be very embarrassing. But I want to see what a bunch of iron golems can do to a wither boss. So I'm going to construct a whole lot of those, and then we will see what happens here. Now, for anyone that may have been paying particularly close attention to that last recording in that montage of the Wither boss killing that I thought was going to be oh so fun, well, I noticed that, oh, hello Azuma. Azuma is just dropping something off, and I'll explain that in a couple of seconds, okay? So, I had my iron golems set up, and they were going ham on the Wither bosses, and I was like, you know what? That first one went so well, they killed the Wither so fast, I'll just do another Wither straight afterwards. Once again, the iron golems did a fine job at killing the Wither boss. Unfortunately, they chose to kill him over lava, and thus, I lost myself a nether star, which is really an absolutely massive shame, because obviously nether stars are very expensive. So I've got myself one nether star, and that is good for one beacon, and one beacon alone. But yeah, I need two. So I sort of grovelled to the hermits a little bit. I was like, look guys, I just fought my first few withers and I lost a nether star, and thankfully Azuma has come along and he said, look, I have got an excess of beacons and I will give you one, but I feel bad taking a beacon off him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay him 10 diamonds, and because he's in my base right now at the minute, I might as well just pick up the 10 diamonds right now and take them over to his base. So that is what we are going to do, because big thank you to Azuma. Look at that. He's given me a beacon. You can see it. You saw it on camera. There it is. Oh, isn't that lovely? Instead of heading over there, I thought, because he's in my base, I would give him his 10 diamonds right here. So there we go. I will just throw them at him. Oh, doesn't that look good? And yes, you can take some string, Azuma. That's that is fine. That is fine to take some string. You've just given me a beacon, and you're asking me, oh, can I borrow some string? Yes, you can, Azuma. But yeah, anyway, we have given him his 10 diamonds, and I have got myself a beacon. That means we have got ourselves 2 beacons in total, which is extremely good. That is 2 beacons more than I had 5 minutes ago. So, thank you, Azuma. You really are a kind chap, and now we are going to move on to what I have planned next. The whole reason why we are doing this nether wither type thing in which we are trying to get beacons isn't only because I want the beacons for my base, because they are going to be going in the base, but you may have noticed that I am running a little bit low on resources. Now, I don't mean in terms of things like iron, because I've got loads of iron, but just generally like diamonds and redstone and gold and lapis. I seem to be running low on that at the minute, so what I thought I would do is I would try a new technique, and that is to place down a beacon and then mine out the entire area using haste 2 and efficiency 5, which will give you insta-mine on stone, and that means that I can just fly on through, take out a whole layer of rock, and get myself tons and tons and tons of resources. At least that's the plan. So I'm going to head down below into the depths of the Minecraft world, and I will set myself up with a beacon, and then I will begin mining. Now this is going to take a fairly long time, but I'm excited because it's always fun mining. It's very relaxing, can chill out, listen to some music, and that is what I plan on doing. So let's head down there and see what I can find. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the business. I could do that all day. That is the most fun. What level am I on right now? I am on level 9. That is completely the wrong level. I want to be on around about level 10 or 11, and that is because, oh my god, I can't like stop. It's like I've just got a Thor hammer for a pickaxe. But basically what I want to do is I want to mine around about level 10, 11ish, because if you go any lower than that, you often run into lava lakes, and especially if I'm mining at this sort of speed, I'm just going to jettison right into one, and I don't want that to happen. Even though I do have haste 2, regeneration and resistance, I think I still might die, and I definitely don't want to die. That would be bad. But anyway, I think I'm going to time-lapse this business because it is going to look really awesome. So let's begin this mining montage. I have immediately found a problem with my plans. Can you tell what it is yet? Look, let's go for a while. Let's do this for a bit, and well, I never. Everything's just got considerably more dark. I cannot see anything. I mean, I've been going for about half a minute, and already I have got a ton of stuff. That is fine. As far as the actual technique is concerned, it's great. But I need some night vision potions, otherwise this is going to be hell on earth. I'm not going to be able to see a thing. I've thought of everything apart from the whole lighting situation, which is such a shame. So now I'm going to have to go out in search of night vision potions, but I believe they use ghast tears, and that makes them very difficult to come by. I have come up with a solution to the problem that I was having. Curse me for not thinking of this, but it is of course the humble torch. Yes, no more fandangled night vision potions. We don't want to be doing any of that. And obviously this also means that no mobs can really spawn down here. I mean, sure, I have left quite a large number of dark spots, and there are plenty of mobs spawning, but nowhere near as many as if it was completely black, because I'm assuming that would have a fairly detrimental effect to my mob spawner that I have above the ground. I mean, this is bad enough already, but if this was completely dark, imagine it. We wouldn't get any mobs up here, so that would not be good at all. But so far, I haven't found any diamonds. I've been mining for probably, I'd say about 10 minutes, so not very long, but for some reason I was expecting this to be just ridiculously efficient. And it is ridiculously efficient at getting stone, but pretty much everything else, it comes in ebbs and flows, so we'll see how it goes. Now, I've been doing this for probably about half an hour now, half an hour of just pure clearing out, and you can see that I've gone a pretty decent distance, especially off in this direction. I went way off, but I didn't have any structure. I didn't have, like, go in lines. I just sort of went off on radiuses around torches, which probably wasn't the most efficient way of doing it, but it makes my life a little bit easier, because all I have to do is this, and then it just mines all of the stone, which is really good for me, and you can see that it works pretty well. I mean, we get ourselves tons and tons of stuff here, and I managed to get myself 10 diamond ore, so I'm actually going to grab that, and I'm going to take that up to my base, as well as my fortune pickaxe that you can see down there, and we will head up to the base and mine these out and see how many diamonds we can get. I really do wish that this chicken farm was equally as efficient as my mining technique, because so far, 7 whole chicken. That's going to keep me fed for what, about 5 minutes? Useless, absolutely useless. I think you'll find I need to breed a few more chickens, and that's what I'm going to do in a couple of seconds. I'm going to take a break from mining for the minute, and I'll do a bit of that, but first off, we all know why we're here. I'm going to head into the base, like go down underground, so I'm not being disturbed by mobs. We shouldn't even be in here. I've spent so long trying to mob-proof my base, and they're still in there. But hey-ho, that's the game, isn't it? So let's place these 10 down. And there we go. Place your bets. Place your bets. We've got ourselves a Fortune 3 pickaxe. And how many do you reckon? How many? I'll give you a minute to decide. And then here we go. Oh, wow. Okay, the first few were promising. The last, not so much. But 18. 18 diamonds. I mean, it could have been worse. It could have been better. Generally, that's quite average. But there we go. We've got over a stack and a half of diamonds. So I'm feeling a lot better about that situation. And obviously, we have got a metric butt ton of stone, which I was running low on, and you know me, I have to build everything using stone bricks, so that is pretty good for me. I just realised something. Some of you may be wondering why I haven't acted upon my question that I did in the last episode, in which I said, what do you want me to do with this space here? I said that in the last episode. I was like, look, I want to do something with this space. Suggest something in the comments section below. I think I gave a few options. I don't know, can't really remember. But that video is actually being released today, which means that I don't have any answers for the questions. So that looks like that is going to be a project for the next episode, just as a very quick heads up. But anyway, now I am going to go over to the wheat farm that we have over here, and not only fix it up, because that definitely needs to happen. I can't leave that like that. That would just look too tragic. But I am going to grab some seeds from this here chest and use them on our chickens so that we can grab a few more chickens, and that means that obviously we will be able to have more chicken to eat, because 7 chicken after about probably 10 hours, that's just quite simply not good enough, is it? Come on guys, get together, have some fun, have some babies, do it please. That will make my chicken farm one hell of a lot better. So just keep on going, and well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, that is the last thing you are going to be seeing in today's episode. I have done a lot. At least I feel like I've done a lot. It has taken a long time to do this episode, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. It's really been a great one. Had my first ever wither fight. I lost a nether star. I got given a nether star. I did a bunch of mining underneath the ground, and also I made some male chicken's day, I think, maybe, I don't know. But I think this has been a good one, and I really did enjoy recording this video. You can probably hear that in my voice. I will probably end up doing a little bit more mining in the next episode, and then we will move the beacons over into my base. What I'm thinking, I'll give you a quick rundown before we go, is that I'm going to have one beacon coming out of here, and one beacon coming out of this side. So when you come into my base, it'll be like, wow, that looks cool, and then there'll be like the beams of light just flying up into the sky, coming out of this and out of this one. And obviously my pyramid is going to have to go underneath the ground, because as I mentioned earlier, it would look a little bit silly if I just had giant iron pyramids up here. Wouldn't look right. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.